20 minutes of strength. That's it. That's all you need. An upper body circuit, a lower body circuit, no equipment necessary. We hit a little bit of everything. If you don't know me, my name is Julia Stern. This is my channel, Show Up with Julia Stern, where I help you show up for yourself. Whether you're a new parent, you're busy, you just don't take the time and make the space, let me help you do it. Okay? We are here, we are strong, we are confident, we are capable. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, the whole thing. I drop new free content week after week, whether in the form of workouts or information on my Instagram channel at Julia L. Stern. I think we're ready to go. Let's get into it. Take up space, we made it. We are here and ready to go. Let's get warm. I bet you that you've been taking like shallow breaths all morning, hunched over, scrolling on your phone. So let's shake it out, get some oxygen into those lungs, and really work our deep breaths here. Feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. Inhale, take up space, exhale, shake it out. 2 more just like that. Inhale, get as low as you can and then reach as high as you can. Exhale, 1 more time. Now at the top of this breath, can you inhale just a little bit more air and then shake it out? Good, a dynamic warm up to help get our body ready to move. We're gonna take it into some knee grabs. This is not about balancing. I just want you to take your knee into your chest, even if it's just for a second, and then drop it right away. If you have the balance and you wanna hold it for a second, wiggle out your ankles, that's fine. But if you're living right here, just move through it. Okay, you've got about 10 seconds, and we're gonna go back into those deep breaths 1 more time. Right. Now, take the feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. Inhale, exhale. 2 takeaways I want you to take from this workout: breathing and core engagement. So are you breathing through your moves? And is your core engaged during those moves? Because you need to be protecting your lower back. It's Form 101. 1 more time, knee grabs. I will teach you how. We'll get there. The last move of this warm-up is gonna take a minute for me to coach, so I want you to join me on the floor, pressing your lower back into the mat. So from here, you take your lower back and press it in, engaging your core. We can practice that core engagement by inhaling and expanding your stomach. And then as you exhale, pressing that lower back in, you feel your core muscles wrap around almost like you're wearing a corset. Now from here, if your core is not already turned on, it will be in a moment. Lift up one knee, lift up the opposite knee. You need your core to pick up these feet off the floor. Now take your hands. One hand goes up, opposite hand goes up. Now we're going to practice moving one limb at a time. My hair is stuck. Moving one limb at a time and keeping that core engaged, keeping that lower back pressed into the floor. So lowering that leg and picking it right back up. Good, opposite leg. Let's just try our hands. One hand goes back, pick it up, opposite hand goes back, pick it up. Good, now do opposite hand, opposite leg if you can. You've got 15 seconds here. We're just gonna work through these dead bugs, they're called. A dead bug because that's what we look like on the floor. Kind of morbid, but whatever. In 5 seconds, I'm gonna cue you into that first circuit. You've got 3, 2, 1, relax. Now I want you to remember that core engagement because that's what it's gonna feel like as we go into our first move. So we're warming up that upper body and our core. First move is a bear plank. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. You're gonna tuck your toes. Keep that core engaged the same way it was in the dead bugs and hover your knees slightly off the floor. We're just gonna hold. From there, your next move is a tricep push-up. Keeping your knees on the floor, that's fine, but your back is straight, your core is engaged, elbows stay tight to your body as you lower yourself down and pick yourself back up. Now, if this is too much for you and we're not at that modified push-up yet, you can come to a wall. This might not look good on camera, but I really want to show you the modification. You can come to the wall. The further away your feet are, the harder this is gonna be. Closer your feet are, easier it's going to be. You can do that push-up on the wall, keeping your core engaged and your elbows close to your body, okay? 30 seconds of each, then we rest. Let's go bear planks. You got 3, 2, 1, hold it. 2 things I want you to focus on in this workout. Are you breathing? And is your core engaged? Slight micro bend in the elbows. Back is nice and straight. I should be able to balance a cup of water on it. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right into those tricep push-ups. Taking your knees back, wrists underneath shoulders, lower yourself down, and pick yourself back up. This is not about speed. It is about time under tension, but if your muscles are really fatiguing, you're not used to doing these push-ups, give me a couple with good form. I care way more about less reps with good form than more reps with poor form. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. 30 seconds to shake out your shoulders, roll your wrists back if you need to. You can push them forward. And in a moment, we're gonna do this one more time. My heart's racing, ignore my deep breaths. Sometimes like this microphone picks up everything and I'm like, can you just not? I don't need you to hear my breathing. You've got 5 seconds and we're going right back into the bear plank. In 3, 2, 1. This is your last hold. So hold for as long as you can. Modification if you need. Drop your knees for a second, pick them back up for a second. You've got 20 seconds though, so I want you to fight for this hold as long as you can hold it, dropping your knees only if you absolutely need the rest. You are a human coffee table. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Final time in these tricep push-ups. Well, kind of, in this circuit at least. Take yourself down and up. If you need that child pose stretch, you absolutely can. Pop right back into it. You've got 10 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe. All right, next couple moves in this circuit, we're actually gonna warm up our glutes, our glute med, which we're gonna target in the next circuit. That's the outside of your butt. And then we're going to do some plank work. So pick a side. You can mirror me if you want to. I'm gonna start on this side. My elbow is right underneath my shoulder, and the most important thing here is that you are lifted using your oblique. So if you are slouching into your shoulder, I need you to lift up that hip and keep your elbow firmly pressed into the floor. Now hand on your hip, follow me, lifting up that knee and lowering. Take it up and down for 30 seconds. So we are targeting the outside of that booty. It's called our glute med. You wanna lift this knee as high as you can. If you need to rest this hand, try not to put too much weight in it, but you can touch your fingertips to the floor. Now in a moment, we're gonna come up to a side plank, and I'm gonna give you 2 options for that side plank. We're gonna be holding it for 30 seconds right now. So you can keep this knee down and you can lift up onto your side. Now if you are strong, confident, capable, like you all are, but you know what I mean, you are well versed in side planks, you can come off of this knee and you can hold on your feet, lifting up this way. Pick one, you're here for another 10 seconds, and this is the only time we're doing it on this side. So just to warm up that oblique, give your shoulder a little more spice. You've got 3, 2, 1, good. Flip to the other side. Now we come right back into those clamshells. Lifting this oblique, pick up that knee, and drop it. This is like the strength express workout. We are moving to get into everything when you are short on time and you're like, what do I need to do for a workout today? Please just somebody tell me what to do. Here you are, I'm telling you what to do. Move with me, and by the time it's over, you didn't even have time to think about it. Don't think, just move is my favorite saying. Come up into that side plank. Right, now hold it. Again, if you want to rest on that knee, that is your modification. If you can come up onto your feet, that's fine too. Keep lifting through those fingertips. If you want, you can put your hand on your hip. If you absolutely need to, you can rest your fingertips on the floor, but fight to open up that chest and reach. You've got 10 seconds, we rest after this. Beautiful. Now breathe. We're gonna come into a tricep push-up and then go into a downward dog. So we're getting a little bit of stretch on top of that tricep push-up. If you wanna try it on your toes, you can. If you wanna take it from your knees, that's fine. Try one of each, see what your body can do. We've got about 40 seconds of it, starting right now. So you've got one tricep push-up. From here, you're gonna push up onto your toes, give yourself a downward dog stretch. Now, if you wanna try it from your toes, you simply come into that high plank, lower yourself down in the tricep push-up, and then push back into that downward dog. This is at your own pace. If you wanna pedal out those feet, that's fine. If you wanna hang out in your high plank for a second, that's fine. If you wanna come down to those knees, you do you. This is your workout. You got 15 seconds. But are you breathing and is your core engaged? You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We rest. You've got 1 minute into the next circuit, so grab water if you need. The next part is standing. We're gonna come off the floor. So shake it out, pause me if you need more time, but when you are ready, start to listen to my voice. I'm going to cue you into this next circuit. So we have a squat. You're gonna sit back into those heels. I need you not to come forward in your squat. Rather, it's like you're sitting back in a chair. Your heels are pressed against the floor and you stand up, core is engaged. From there, we're gonna take it into a lateral lunge on each side. So coming to the side of your mat, you step out. Same motion, pushing that butt back, keeping your knee above your toe, and standing up. We're gonna do that for 30 seconds, followed by the same thing on the other side, and then we'll repeat it. All right, you've got 10 seconds. Take some deep breaths, roll your shoulders back. We've got squats in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Now I'm doing this body weight because I wanna make this accessible to everyone, and I understand that you might not have dumbbells in your home. That said, if you are in a space where you can grab a weight, you can grab your child, you can grab a wine bottle, whatever you need to grab to add a little bit more resistance, feel free to challenge yourself here, okay? But the most important thing is that you're breathing, your core is engaged, and you are squeezing those glutes at the top. Let's take it into a lateral lunge right here, stepping out to the side. So this works our glute med, the outside of that booty, the same thing those clamshells worked. We warmed it up, and now we get a little bit deeper into the strength exercise. 10 seconds. Don't let that heel come off the floor when you're low in your lunge. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do a little awkward shuffle to the other side. I don't know how to make it graceful. Now from here, we're just taking it right into the other side. So step out and come right back together. Sitting back into those heels. Keep your chest nice and lifted. You don't want to look down at the floor. So keep your You've got 10 seconds here, and we're gonna take it right back to the top. You've got 3, 2, 1. I feel that right in my butt. Come back, get down into a squat, sit, and stand. Now, if you are beginner, you can come to a chair. You can take your feet out, and you can make sure that that butt taps the chair so you're getting low enough. And then eventually you can lower it down to a bench if you have one, or a lower stool if you have one, and then you just air squat it out. Okay, so take it down. You've got 3, 2, 1. Back into that lateral lunge. Sit on the other side of your mat. Take it down and up. Now after this, we're going to work curtsy lunges and leg lifts, which is again going to target the outside of this butt, the glute med. So this is where we really are starting to get into muscle fatigue, and you're going to start to get tired a bit more easily because we keep working the same muscle over and over. Take it to the other side, lateral lunge on the opposite side. Good, you've got 15 seconds here. Try and get a bit lower in that lunge if you can. If you cannot, only go where your range of motion allows you to. There is no sense in pushing further and getting injured. You've got 3, 2, 1. Good, breathe. From here, we're gonna take it into a curtsy lunge. So now you're stepping back on the diagonal, take it down and bring it together. So this toe faces forward, this leg steps back, and that way, your knee stays above your toe, you come up. You should feel it in this butt cheek on the outside, just like we did for those lateral lunges. You've got 8 seconds here, and then we're gonna add a little bit of a spice to it. 3, 2, 1. Now take it down into a curtsy lunge. Come on here. Now add this lift. Whoop. Take it down. Here, lift. Oh yes. So now we are working both sides of our body. Still on the outside of that booty. You've got 10 seconds, and we're gonna take it into the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, shake it out. Now step back with the opposite leg. No lift yet. And right away you should feel it on this side. Keeping your shoulders down away from your ears. Core is engaged, you're breathing. There's something in my eye, honestly so annoying. You know when you get like a hair or an eyelash and it's just bothering you but you cannot find it? It's been like that for like an hour. Still showing up for myself though. You've got 3, 2, 1, take it down. Now add that lift for 30 seconds. I can't see, but I'm working my butt. That's just how it is sometimes. 20 seconds here. Breathe through it. 10 seconds, you've got this. We're gonna take it into a sumo squat and you have 30 seconds of rest. In 3, 2, 1, good. Sumo squat, again, works the outside, so we are not done yet, but this is our last little piece. You're gonna take your toes and point them out on the diagonal. So when in a regular squat, they were facing forward, now you're slightly opening them up. Not too far, just on the diagonal, like 10 and 2. You're gonna take it down into a squat, keeping those knees above your toes and standing up. All right, you've got 10 seconds here. We're gonna just squat. Your hands can go on your hips, out to the side. In prayer, you do you. You've got 3, 2, 1. Take it down and up. Breathe. This is like our final little burn. So as you start to feel it in those quads, in those outside of your glutes, breathe through it, engage your core, squeeze the butt at the top. In 10 seconds, we're gonna pulse it down. Let's finish this really strong. You've got 4, 3, 2, 1, and pulse. Halfway up, halfway down, core is engaged. Breathing. Simply hold it. Take your elbows, your shoulders away from your ears. Get a little bit lower. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. We're gonna do that one more time, and then we stretch. Here we go. Just regular sumo squats to start, down and up. Press those heels into the floor. If this felt hard, usually hard for me manifests itself in annoying, right? So I don't want to admit to myself that it's hard and I'm struggling, so instead I get annoyed by everything. The temperature in the room, my ponytail, what I'm wearing, like how my hair is tied behind my neck, like the list goes on. Breathe and pulse down, final 30 seconds. Recognize that you're struggling. Own the stickiness through the struggle, and that is how you come out on the other side a little bit better. It's never gonna be perfect, but you get a little bit stronger. Hold it. For 10, you're strong. Get lower. For 6, you're confident. Woo, pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, you did that. Give yourself a couple kicks to the butt, stretch out those quads. We are going to take it into a nice deep stretch for 1 minute. Do not skip this part. Own this moment. This is your time to celebrate. Big deep breath in. Exhale. Take your wrist behind you. Pull back, stretch out those shoulders from the planks that we did in the beginning. That tricep push-up position might have gotten you a little bit tight. And then we're gonna take it right to the floor to stretch out our glutes. Really quickly, sitting up nice and tall, put one leg over the other, reach all the way up, and stretch forward. I'm gonna back up a little bit so you can still see me. Stretch forward and hold, just for about 10 seconds. Set an intention for whatever you do after this, whether it's the beginning of the day or your end. Set an intention with how you're gonna go forward. A little bit more confident, feeling a little bit stronger. Take your other leg on top. If anything at all, just a little bit more in control of what you choose to do. Reach all the way up. You're not letting the day happen to you, you're happening to the day, if that makes sense. Of course, there's always gonna be stuff that's out of our control, but if you can make conscious decisions to show up for yourself like this, you're way more equipped to handle whatever it is that life throws at you. All right, so one more big deep breath. My name is Julia Stern. Make sure you continue to show up for yourself. Subscribe to this channel for more great stuff, and I will see you next time.